Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the Jaclyn Hill Ride or Die tag. It's basically, if you're not like cool and hip, like I'm not, Ride or Die basically is like your products that are your holy grail products. So the products that you absolutely love. If you have to pick one product in each category, what are those products? So Jaclyn Hill uploaded a video, I want to say it was yesterday. Today's Wednesday. I'm not sure if this will get up today or if it'll get up tomorrow on Thursday, but she uploaded it on Tuesday and it was titled Ride or Die products or something like that. And basically she picked one product out of each category, like her favorite foundation, her favorite concealer, her favorite eyeliner, and yada, 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 and talked about them. And so she challenged everyone pretty much essentially to do this tag. I didn't know that I was going to do it at first, but I had a really good friend of mine, Kate, suggest I do this, and then I had a few subscribers suggest I do this, and then actually as it turned out, so my mom watches my kids on days that I work, and she texted me today and said, hey, I'm going to take the kids to my house to stay the night tonight. So I was like, okay, cool. I will film this Ride or Die challenge tag, so that's what I'm doing today. Let's go ahead and jump on into my Ride or Die. I feel so silly saying that, but my Ride or Die products. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start in kind of the order that she did. I think I have most of my products categories covered. I might skip a category that she used just because it's not a product that I really use a lot. So I kind of used like, I kind of looked at my inventory and picked all the different categories and picked my favorite, absolute favorite products in each of those categories. Some of it was easy. I didn't even have to like spot the product before I knew, okay, that's what I'm going to pick. And some of them I had to really stop and like really ponder it, okay, and really think to myself, okay, is this something that I love now? Is this something that or is it something that I've always loved that I would reach for if I had to choose just one? Because there's a lot of new products that I've recently discovered, and I'm really trying not to just default to those. I'm really trying to like sit down, think about the best of the best in my opinion. So that's what I did. So we'll start with primer, and I'm going to be very transparent here. This is actually a little embarrassing because I don't even know that I've ever purchased a full-size product of this. I think I've gotten so many samples in the VIB Rouge like perks packs that I have never had to because I always have this primer lying around in the sample size. And if I don't really use primers a lot, so I'm going to say that first. I don't really use primers day to day. But when I do, if I think about the primers that or the primer really that makes the biggest impact on the way my foundation looks after I've applied it, I have to say it's this guy. It is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Again, I just have the sample deluxe size. I literally think I have like a dozen of these at all times. They're always available and always around, and it just makes my skin look super smooth. It makes my pores like disappear. It keeps my foundation on. It almost gives like a mattifying effect to my foundation. It's just a really great primer. Like I said, I don't use primers every day. I don't feel the need to, but when I use this guy, I definitely notice a difference in the way that my foundation looks, opposed to when I don't use that. So I would have to say that if I had to pick one primer to take with me on a deserted island, it would definitely be that guy. Foundations. I laugh because this guy is still in his box. This is the third one that I've received. I actually got this in the mail last night. I have literally gone through two of these full products of these. This is my third one. It is the Lancome Ultra Makeup Stick Foundation. If you have been watching my channel for even just the last few months, you already know this. This is no surprise to you. This is definitely my Ride or Die foundation. You can't see, but I have probably 15 foundations back there. This one, guys, is the best. I absolutely love this foundation. This is definitely what I would take with me if I were going on a deserted island and I just needed to grab one. I wouldn't even think twice about it. This foundation is incredible. The only complaint I have with it is that you go through it quickly. I've been using this for, I don't know, I would say 6 months or less, and this is my third one. So you do go through it quickly if you use it daily. This foundation is everything you need in one product. This foundation gives incredible coverage. I would say it's like medium to full coverage if you build it. It's super lightweight though. So when I think of like full coverage foundation, I think of like, I instantly think that it's going to feel or look heavy on my skin. This does not. This is super lightweight in the way that it feels and the way that it looks. It has a very velvety finish. so it doesn't have a lot of shine or dewiness, but it doesn't look like dry and powdery. It's actually, in my opinion, the perfect, most ideal finish of a foundation, and it's super long wearing. So I wear this pretty much every day. I want to say I wear this when I go to the office, but I also wear this when I go to the gym, which is funny because it does have a little bit more of a made up look, but it's so lightweight that it doesn't feel like a lot of makeup. So it's actually perfect for like low makeup maintenance days like the gym, because it's so easy to apply. Like it takes me 30 seconds to apply my foundation when I wear this. There's not a lot of effort involved. I just kind of swipe it on my face. I grab my IT Cosmetics brush. I like buff it out. It disappears, and so do all my flaws and discoloration. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Mwah. Concealer. This was pretty easy too. If I think about my favorite concealers, I have this one, and then I have another one that I recently started using, but I don't want to include that because it's still so new to me, even though I have to say it's probably the prettiest concealer that I've used. It's so new to me and it's so expensive that I can't like say this is my holy grail concealer, because I kind of save it for special occasions. Like I don't wear that concealer day to day. You know what I mean? It's like my kind of special type concealer. So my day-to-day concealer is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I absolutely love this guy. It gives excellent coverage. It's very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It doesn't look heavy at all. I love the application of it. It's in a doe foot wand, so it's really easy to apply. I pretty much use this every day, and then I just use my finger to apply it. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It doesn't take a lot of fuss. I also, on days that I don't wear foundation, this is light enough and weightless that I can get away with just like not only doing it under my eyes, but around my nose and like any place that I want a little bit of coverage, but I still want it to be sheer enough that I can blend it in, and it's not, you don't see that I like blended concealer. You know what I mean? Some concealers give excellent coverage, but they're a little heavy, that you can't wear them unless you wear foundations. This is not like that. Like you can wear this on days that you don't even want to wear foundation, because it just is so weightless and it blends so easily into the skin. You can get away with just wearing this on the face in certain areas, and it's still just blending into your natural foundation-free skin, which is pretty awesome. Powder. This was pretty easy. I hesitated for a second because it's kind of a newer product to me. I've only had it for a couple of months, but hands down, by far, it is the most beautiful powder that I have ever put on my skin, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I have this shade medium too. I think it only comes in 3 shades, like a light, a medium, and a dark. I don't want to say it's translucent. It does have a little bit of color, but it's very sheer. You can kind of see it, but it just kind of disappears. It almost kind of just like brightens up the skin. It makes my skin look so smooth. I don't wear primer day to day. When I put this on, it looks like I have. Like my pores just like disappear. Where'd they go? I don't know. They're gone. Who knows? That's what this does. It just gives you the most flawless airbrush finish in a very lightweight formula, and the packaging is beautiful. But forget the packaging, because really, this is like deserted island. What are you gonna take? I would still take this, because days that I don't want to wear foundation underneath this, I feel like this gives a subtle, I don't want to say it gives a full, definitely not a full. Definitely not full. It gives a subtle enough coverage to where it kind of minimizes like discoloration in the skin. Again, I'm talking about without a foundation, okay? With the foundation, it's perfect. It's super lightweight and it mattifies and sets your skin. If you don't want to wear a foundation, and let's just say you want to wear concealer and maybe a little powder, this is great because it is going to do a little bit of like evening out your skin tone and giving a teeny tiny bit of coverage. I really shouldn't say coverage. I wouldn't say it's coverage. It just helps even out your skin tone, so it makes your skin tone look more even without the need for foundation. So I really like this. You guys are gonna be surprised about this because I really don't think that I've worn or talked about this blush on my channel much at all. Maybe I did in my very first videos that I uploaded, but I really haven't used this in a tutorial in a long time. But it's by far my favorite blush. It's the Laura Mercier blush in the shade Rose Petal. To me, this is the most beautiful peachy pink I have ever seen. It was love at first sight. It was love at first sight. This blush is so beautiful, and I love the finish of it. And you're probably not gonna be able to see it on camera, you guys, but this blush is like, it has like the most subtle sheen to it. You can't see it here. I'm looking at my monitor. You can't see it here. The sheen is what I love about it. The finish is what I love about it. I don't like really shimmery blushes. I don't. But I don't like super matte blushes all the time. This is beautiful because it has the most subtle sheen. When you look at, like when I'm looking at my hand, I don't see that sheen. It's not like jumping out at me. But when it's on my cheeks, it gives just enough of a sheen to where my skin has like the most subtle glow to it. I don't even want to use the word luminous because it's not luminous or not glowy, but it just looks like healthy. You know what I mean? It just looks like it's not, I don't know, like it's not like a stamp on my cheeks. And sometimes when I use matte blushes, I can get that effect. This looks beautiful and I love the color. Again, I think it's the most perfect combination of peachy and pink, which are my two favorite shades to use on the cheeks because I feel like that gives the most beautiful, subtle, the most beautiful, youthful look is like a peachy pink shade. So yeah, that's my favorite blush, hands down, Rose Petal by Laura Mercier. Highlight. This is not a product that I use day to day, but if I had to choose a highlight for you guys, it would definitely be the Incandescent Strobe Light Powder by Hourglass. And obviously I picked this one because I don't really wear highlights because it's super subtle. It's not like super metallic and frosty like the Balm Mary Luminizer or the Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. I mean, don't get me wrong, those are pretty, but they're too much for day to day for me. I can't wear those every day. It's just too much shimmer on my face. This is super subtle and very like not noticeable. It really just gives you like this subtle, you can see right there, it just lights up your face is the best way I can describe it. Lights up your face in a very natural and wearable way. Eyeshadow primer. Hands down, I use this in every single video. It's the MAC Soft Ochre Pro Longwear Paint Pot. I love this guy. I love this particular shade. It comes in a bunch of shades. I wouldn't say that I love this product because of the texture of it. I love this product because of the color of it. Like, this is just the greatest, in my opinion, eyeshadow base because it cancels out any redness or any like discoloration on the eyelid. It brightens the eyelid. It does like create this emollient base for your eyeshadows to stick to. So it almost works as like a glue for your shadows. It doesn't dry too quickly, which is what I like about it because again, you really want to put your shadows on top of your eyeshadow primer before it has a chance to dry. Once it's dry, it's not going to like grab that shadow like you want it to. So I really like the color, I like the texture, and I like the way that this product wears throughout the day. Okay, so let's talk about eyebrows. Without a doubt, Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. This is a fairly new product. I picked it up this year. I think it's a fairly new product to her line. It's not been around for a very long time. I have it on today. It's just the, I don't want to say lazy girl's eyebrow pencil because it's not lazy. Clearly, this makeup look is not a lazy makeup look, but I just like it because it gives me the benefit of the look of a powder and the look of a pencil in one, and it's really easy to work with. So it's easy, it's quick, and it's very long wearing. I go back and forth between the shade Taupe and medium brown. This one is medium brown and it's definitely darker, but I really like it. It has like the slightest like waxy texture to it, so it'll almost kind of like hold your brows in place. Now, if you have really like thick, wiry brows, maybe not. But if you have fine, thin hairs that you need to just a little help kind of laying them down, this one is a good one for that. But really, I just like the look that it gives. I mean, sometimes a pencil to me gives too defined, sharp brows, and sometimes a powder doesn't define them enough or doesn't give enough of a dramatic brow. This one is kind of in between. It's like the best of both worlds, and I really, really like it. And it has the brush on the end, which is perfect because I always use this brush regardless of what brow product I'm using. Mascara. Without a doubt, I feel like I'm saying without a doubt a lot. Without a doubt, the Chanel Le Volume Mascara, you guys. This mascara has been life-changing for me. I had lash extensions for years and years and years. Literally, I've had them for like 5 or 6 years. I just got them removed for good maybe a year ago or a little less than a year ago. This is the longest I've been without lashes in probably 7 years. I mean, it's been a long, I've always wore lash extensions. And so when I took my lashes off, I of course, was like really disappointed with the way my natural lashes looked because I had been used to having these long lash extensions for years, you know, and they literally looked like this, like false lashes when I didn't even have any mascara on. They were amazing. So then you take them off and your natural lashes, it's like a rude awakening. It's just like, oh my God, what has happened to my lashes? They're short, they were thin, they were straight. Aside from just like being that dramatic of a change, they were also weak because, you know, the lash extensions were heavy on my lashes and it took a couple of months for my natural lashes to kind of regain strength and growth. Anyway, you guys don't care. This mascara changed my life. I love it. It's volumizing, it's lengthening, it's incredible. I've tried so many different mascaras. Let me show you. This is my drawer of mascaras. Ah! I have so many mascaras in here, so many. By far, this guy is the best. It gives the best of both worlds. Some mascaras I fell in love with because they were super lengthening. Some mascaras I fell in love with because they were super volumizing. And then I found this guy and this just changed my life, rocked my world. This guy is lengthening, it's volumizing, it's just amazing. It's perfect and I love it. Mwah, love you so much. Eyeliner. This was pretty easy too for me. And if you've watched my last maybe 5 videos, you probably know this already, but it's the Pixi liner that I picked up at Target. It's the Endless Silky Eye Pen. I absolutely love it. Super soft, but very long wearing. So you have the ability to blend it out, smoke it out, smudge it, correct it when you first apply it. But once it sets, it's going to stay there. It's there to stay. It's soft enough to apply in your waterline without irritating your eye. They come in really beautiful colors. They're available at Target, so I can't really go wrong with this. I mean, I really like the Urban Decay liners and all that, but to me, they're as good as this, and this guy is cheaper, and it's available at Target, so why not choose this one? That's what I picked. I have the shade Copper Glow, and then I also have another shade. I will link it down below. It's like a deep plum. I forget the name of it, but I'll link it down below for you as well. And those are the 2 that I've tried. Yeah, eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to go with, this is tough, but I have to go with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. It's just a really great everyday palette. That's honestly, I mean, it smells great, but that's not like reason why I'm putting it in this video. The reason I'm putting this video is because it just offers great shades for basic everyday makeup, and then it also offers shades for let me go out with my girlfriends or my husband and kind of glam it out a bit. This palette I feel like offers you everything you need. I would say like 95% of the time I am not wearing makeup like this. I am wearing simple day-to-day, but still pretty and still like look like I've put some effort into my makeup looks, you know, very natural, maybe I shouldn't say natural, very neutral. Neutral is a better word. Very neutral, pretty, girly looks, okay? That's what I wear most of the time. And this palette is an easy palette to grab because I can achieve looks like that without even thinking. You know, I just grab my brush, I'll pick up like this shadow or this shadow to put on my lid, and then I'll pop one of these in my crease. And then if I'm going out and I want to drum it up a bit, I'll add like one of the darker shades out here in my outer corner. And simple, it's done. And there's my eyeshadow highlight, brow highlight, whatever. It's super easy. You don't have to think about it. It's just probably if I had to go away and I needed to pack one palette, this would be it because it offers me everything I need. Okay, so let's skim through this because this video is already at 19 minutes. Okay, lips. Pretty easy. Lip pencil is the Kryolan contour pencil in 925. Everything I'm going to talk about on the lips I have on my lips right now, like everything. So this lip pencil I discovered a few months ago. It's not even really technically called a lip pencil. It's by the brand Kryolan, which is a brand that caters to professional makeup artists. So if you go to Kryolan's website, you will see a lot of like stuff that you would never buy, like yellow airbrush foundation or blue airbrush foundation or white foundation. You know, that's all for like costume makeup or like stage makeup. Professional makeup artists love this brand. Anyway, they have a product called the contour pencil and they have all different shades, and I got this shade 925 and it is the best neutral lip liner I have ever found. It's super long, and I think this guy was like $6.50. Very, very affordable. And like I said, to me, it's the perfect neutral pink. It's not too orange, it's not too pink, it's super creamy, it's super pigmented, and I love it. For lipstick, I actually grabbed a lip crayon. So I don't know that this would be a lipstick, but this is what I use for lipstick. It is by Bite Beauty, and it's the high pigment pencil in the shade Bouquet. This you could actually use without a lip pencil. Most days I use it without a lip pencil. I have it on right now. To me, the best way to describe this is just how I described that blush by Laura Mercier. It is the perfect blend of peachy pink. It gives, in my opinion, the most youthful look to the face. It just brightens up the face. I feel like peaches and like peachy pinks just give the face this like youthful, flirty, innocent, pretty, girly look. And that's kind of how I like to describe me and how I like to describe the way that I like my makeup to look. So that is what I chose. It's super pigmented. It doesn't feel drying on the lips at all. I wouldn't call, if I had to say, is it matte or glossy, it's definitely leaning more towards the matte side, although it's not drying at all. Don't even think like liquid lipstick. It's nothing like that. It's creamy enough to hydrate the lips, but it's definitely not glossy, and it's definitely not going anywhere. So even though it is not like, I want to say it's creamy, it still stays on the lips for a really, really long time. And this is the last product actually. We're at the end. Okay, so the gloss I chose without a doubt is the Marc Jacobs Enamored Lip Gloss, and I have the shade Moonglow here. I have this in a few different shades, but this shade is probably my favorite. It's pretty much, oh, I love the way they smell. They smell like peppermint. Love them. This is like the perfect topper for any lip color that you have. Look at how wet my lips look after I apply that. That's what I love most about this gloss, is the finish and the way that it makes your lips look, which is super wet, super glossy. I love the way it smells. It smells incredible. I love the applicator. It's like bendy and flexy, so it just like, it's easy to apply, and it feels good when you apply it, you know? I just love it. And the color of this is like a very sheer nude peach pink. So you can wear this by itself. Honestly, if you put this on by itself, within about 20 or 30 minutes, it's gonna almost look clear. So it doesn't really do a whole lot there. But when you put this on top of anything, it's basically going to kind of slightly mute down the color that you have on. It's pretty transparent. It's just really pretty. I love it. I love it to wear by itself if I'm going to the gym or the grocery store or whatever. And then I love to put it on top of anything that I'm wearing when I'm going out, or I'm wearing something that's a little bit more glamorous. You guys, that wraps up my Ride or Die products. I'm actually surprised that this is a 24-minute video. I'm probably gonna edit it down and it won't be 24 minutes, but nonetheless, it's a long video, so I'm gonna just wrap it up right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate all your support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.